Well, hello. It's the Koha Sam podcast, but this is the takeover edition. My name is Sandy, and we're on.
I want some too.
Yeah, please have some.
Cheers.
On this, oh yeah,
Wait,
yeah.
let's do cheers.
No. Cheers.
Cheers.
You see, on this show, we get to eat, drink, and talk. So, it's not the easiest thing to sit down with Sam and have a conversation, and I know why. Because she's the host. But it's been 2 years of greatness on Koha Sam. But today, we got to find out what Koha Sam is all about and what Sam is all about, if you know what I mean. It's like having a Sam in a Sam on a Sam show. Yeah? Anyway, let's get going. Hi, Sam. Welcome to Let's Call It Sam.
Sorry, I haven't had pizza in a while, so.
Okay.
Oh, that is good. Wait, one more bite for luck.
Is it the bacon or the cheese?
Everything. Oh my goodness. Where have you been all my life? You know, cheat days are very important. For when you work out, then you have a cheat day.
Yeah.
This is a cheat meal. How are you?
The sun is up, so am I. Now, let's get on with it. Let's get to understand you a little bit better. The very interesting conversations around Koha Sam and the difficult questions that I think if we reverse this thing, I don't know how many of those you would actually answer. We're being nice. But let's talk about you. Let's talk about Sam, where you're born, growing up, a bit about the earlier parts of your life.
Okay. Sam was born in Mufulira. You know, the town that everybody keeps making fun of.
Ulunsonga town.
Ulunsonga town.
Yeah. Did that stuff ever go into your eyes though?
No, it did not.
Very painful.
I was fortunate. Really?
It's extremely painful.
How did they get in your eyes? You were in Muf. When did you come to Muf, sir?
Ulunsonga but it's just that in Mufulira it was a bit too much. But Ulunsonga was everywhere. Even in Chibwe you find it, but Muf it's the first thing you see as you get in. Yeah, but it's very painful in the eyes.
No, I'm fortunate enough to not have had any in my eyes. But yes, born in Mufulira. Do I need to tell you the year? No. 12th of March, yes. I will tell you that. Born to Astrida and Kenneth Chibwe. Bouncing baby girl was born. Ching. Me, I'm the first of 5. And first of 5.
What?
3 girls, 2 boys.
Yeah,
Mufulira. Practically grew up in Mufulira. Well, between Muf and Chibwe. But Muf is home.
so being sub-parent, and I call it sub-parent because you're the first, could have been like sibling rivalry. How was that navigated in the house, and how did that go?
It was so it was so bad.
Yeah.
Because first it was me and my brother.
Yeah.
And then the twins came along.
Yes.
Then that whole dynamic shifted.
Yeah.
Because they're the last ones and they're younger and they're the apple of mom and dad's eye. So you're just like, So basically we were left to fend for ourselves. We're like, okay, fine, let's do this.
Survival mode.
Yeah, survival mode. So it was, we used to fight a lot.
Yeah.
Goodness, yeah, we had the scars to prove it. We used to fight a lot in the house. But, obviously it's like siblings. You fight, you make up. The next 5 minutes you hate each other again. So it was navigated. They tried as best as they could to wrangle us, the 4 of us. And me being the older one, obviously I had to lead by some form of example, which I didn't really relish because it's like, oh, you're the older one, but I'm like, so I can't have fun. I can't like jump on the couch like they're doing. No, let's jump on the couch, everybody. So it's they navigated it as best as they could.
And I kind of learned quite late in life that our upbringing, our family setup, and things that happen around the home when we're young plays a very big role in our adult life, in whichever angle, circle you want to put it.
Yeah.
Talking about your dad, you and I were chatting about this before. Losing your dad, how did that affect you as a person?
I lost my dad. Well, my siblings and I, we lost our dad at a very young age. I was 11. My brothers were 9 and my sisters were 6. Yeah. So it was obviously, you go from having your dad at home and then the next thing he's not there. And you want to know why?
Yeah.
What happened? Because obviously at that young age, you're asking questions, not really knowing why people don't really want to talk about it or tell you what's happening or tell you why he won't come home. So after his passing, I learned quickly on that I had to be the strong one. So that meant bottling my emotions up and not really expressing, just soldier on forward, just be strong and keep moving. And I was too young to do all that at that age, but that's what I had to do. So obviously, there's lots of questions because you've lost your dad. So now who are you going to look up to be there for you, to show you right from wrong, and to be just the male lead in your life, the man in your life. There's that male presence in your life. You need that in your life. I will say that, yes. Fathers are very, very important to have.
And bringing that into play now, because obviously conversations are for, so that other people learn, and what would you say would be the best way for, family members or even like closer adults, if this happened or, in a similar situation, how do you deal with an 11-year-old that's just lost their parent and shouldn't have to be strong? You know what I mean? Like it shouldn't be like. No. So how do you handle that? And I know people are grieving at the time, but what would be your advice?
Talk to them. Talk to them. Ask them how they're feeling. Find out what's happening with them, like how, and just tell them this has happened. Things are going to change, but we will be there for you as best as we can. And mom did do the best that she could. She was amazing. She did. She stepped up.
Yeah.
We had a few uncles that did come step up, like, okay, we'll try and be there for you.
Yeah.
And they were. So for anyone that's 11-year-old or a 10-year-old or even 13, 14, 15, just speak to them, just talk to them. Talk to them and let them, if they want to cry, give them the space to do so. If they want to just express, give them the space to do so, because I did find myself acting out at school.
Yes.
I wasn't a bad kid, really. I didn't go around
calling all the teachers, calling all primary and secondary teachers.
I didn't go around burning.
Let's talk.
I didn't go around burning stuff or anything.
Yeah.
Sometimes I just find myself snapping at some friends, and I remember one friend said to me, "Oh, but Sam, this whole time I thought you've been the quiet person, but now you're like speaking out for yourself. Like you're just
indeed, you're alive and you're out there now."
Yes, now you're like, you're like, they never saw me angry. So when I started to, they're like, "Wait, what? What is happening?"
There's another you.
So I felt that was a combination of everything.
Okay.
So when she said that, I was like, oh, yeah.
Something happening there. You speak of your mom. Moms are amazing, by the way.
Yes.
I just fast forward back and forth here.
They are.
You being a mom now, how's that changed your life? And wait a minute. Be honest. Do you think that you were a better child than your child?
No. But then again, you're not a teenager yet, so let's give that some time. Was I
moms out there be scolding their kids. Okay. So yeah. better kid than you were, right? I love this.
Okay. We're being honest, right?
That's what we're doing.
Okay, you know what? Yes, he's a better kid because there was a time we almost blew up our parents' car.
What? And you are gang leader.
Well,
if we're being
listen,
honest.
it was it was we were trying to keep ourselves entertained and we almost blew up our parents' car.
What happened? Very quick. But
We were playing with fire, which, by the way, don't ever leave matches lying around or lighters, anything that fire, paper, don't leave that lying around because we got our hands on it. We lit it up, and we were having the time of our lives. Next thing, this piece of paper flies off,
yes,
and goes underneath the car. And I remember there was oil. I'm not Tuarifo. You wouldn't be talking to Sam.
Yeah, right.
I'll be in heaven right now.
The Heavenly
Gabriel
Sam show.
Like, look at this one.
Sam and Gabriel. So Gabriel, tell me.
So I think he is a better kid because we are also giving him just to go into his little personality.
Yes.
So yeah, let's give it some time though. This might be let's give it 6 years from now.
You never know.
We'll come back and talk about Sandy. This child is insane.
Better than better. But getting back to you being a mom and how that's shaping your current environment. How's that going? How do you feel about it? How does it fit into your life? You know what I mean? Like the whole story. Then there's this section of that story.
You know what? I never thought I'd be a mom. I did think about it, but I was like, if we get into that would be a whole other thing. And like you said, Sam's private, so maybe I shouldn't. Okay, listen.
We're back at this.
There was things
Yes.
that led to me not wanting to be a mom.
Yes.
I was fine with it. I was like, no, I'm not going to be mom. No, it's just not happening, and I'm fine with it.
And at the time you were fine with it. Were you also fine with the reality around the environment that you were growing up and being in Zambia or Africa, where tradition comes in very strong around these things about or why and were you okay with that as well?
I was just going to avoid it, and I was fine with it. I remember my cousin saying to me once, she had asked me if I was singing. That was like years ago.
Yes.
She says, "Oh, are you seeing anyone?" And I said, "No." I should talk with a boyfriend, Taba, no more. I was just like, "Oh, you still have no more. Talk with a boyfriend." I was like, So a man defines me, sweetie. So it kind of like, no, but you should have, because we grow up.
Yes.
Grow up, go through life. When you're done, when you grow up, you get married, you have kids. Natural course of action. Everybody's. But I just didn't really. See, I mean, I watched a couple of Disney movies. I was like, I love Prince Charming. It'd be great. And then you grow up and realize, Prince Charming ain't so great. Maybe Shrek is great. So it's
the yoga.
Yes, the yoga. The yoga is great. That Prince Charming.
Yeah.
That was Prince Charming.
Mommy problems.
Yeah. So it's just and then I didn't really give in to pressure. Like I wasn't. I mean, peer pressure is that word. But I never really felt the need to be like, I never felt it. My mom never pressured me. I never got it from here.
Well, conversation I think worth having because it's called a Sam and navigating through life and these issues. Fast forward, secondary, after that, and your first job. Did you land your dream job, by the way?
No.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. At that age, I think I must have been 18. Yeah, 18, I think 17 or 18. And I just wanted to get out of the house.
Yeah.
And I was like, I want to make some money.
Yes.
So, of course, mom speaks to somebody, an auntie.
Yes.
She has a shop in town. Cool. I'm like, hey, let's go for it. Go see her, Auntie Elizabeth. Shout out, Auntie Elizabeth. Hey, girl. So she gave me my first job.
Okay.
Mom, of course, was worried, like, mtauni, mwaicha sana, kula sango mtauni, like, you can't be there. It's all sorts of what she was trying to say, but not really saying it is. There's all sorts of peeps there, so please,
yes,
just behave yourself and don't misbehave. So yeah, that was my first job, working as a store clerk. I was a shop girl actually.
Yeah.
For all of 2 weeks.
That was short. Wow, Sam. Well done.
Thank you.
Jesus, 14 days.
Thank you.
Plus the weekends and Shanyuko. Did you work weekends?
Yes, I did. Saturdays, I worked very hard. I worked for 2 weeks. Listen, I got sick. Okay? I got sick.
Okay.
I got a really bad
malaria.
And that job was done.
Did you get the test results that it was malaria or you got homesick?
No, we got the test results, Sandy. We got the test results.
Princess got homesick. It's like I got socked and I've got malaria.
I've got malaria, I'm dying.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, so I got
the longest 2 weeks.
The longest 2 weeks of my life. But it was fun, You got to see interesting people. You get to see how people think. It's true, we really do come from different backgrounds.
Yeah.
So it was like an eye-opening thing. Like, here I was sheltered. Then you're like, wait, what?
Yes.
So maybe it was a blessing in disguise that I got sick, or maybe I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I got sick.
Okay.
2 weeks of the first job. Hey, at least I worked. Huh?
Yes. 99 jobs.
Thank you.
Okay. And then how do you now land into the space of media and radio and
Darling, I wanted to be a superstar. When I came out of my mother's room, I came with my dancing. She was like, "Hey, I'm here."
But before we get there, have you always been more spoken? And is this like an issue that, or not really an issue? You grew up in a house that had people that were well spoken, or was this a school thing?
Both.
Okay.
Both. Yeah. I only found out it was an issue after I went to boarding school. There was this one girl, horrible girl. What was her name? If I remember, I want to put you on blast.
We'll pray for you. We'll pray for you.
Put you on blast, then pray for you, because I'm a good Christian girl. I can't remember her name.
Yeah. And
I remember reading from a book.
Yeah.
There was this one girl. I can't remember her name either. Jeez, I can't remember anybody's names. What does that say about me? This one girl was like, "Oh my God, Sam, I love the way you read. You read so fast. You talk so fast." Yeah. I was like, "Oh, okay." And it's that thing that I never really. To me, it was just like,
Yeah.
A B C D E F G. Okay. But she was like, sit here, and read for me. So I sat there and I read. She goes, "Go faster."
She made it again.
I know.
Oh no.
It was so much fun. And I went faster. And she goes, "Oh my God." And there's one girl.
Yes.
I was like, "Oh my gosh, Samfrosa, just because you can read doesn't mean anybody else can't. And just because you can speak like that." I was like, "Hey,
Samfrosa.
Hey."
Yeah.
So I was like, that point, I was just like, okay, this is a family show.
Okay. Yeah. Again, fast forward to getting a radio.
Oh, yes.
and how that went and how that kind of shaped who the person you're becoming.
How I got into this whole. Oh, Lord Jesus! I did a few. No, actually, not a few. I think I did. Okay, yeah. In primary, I did a lot of plays.
Okay.
We did the school plays, everything. Then secondary, I think I did one play.
Okay.
Fine. But I would always watch. I was just always fascinated by how these presenters, the like, how did you get there? Like, and how you're so eloquent and confident and that was back then. Channel O had just come onto our TV screens.
Yes.
First, I think it was banned or something. Then it came back. So that's where I saw Non Letema.
Yes.
Oh, love her. Still love her. She was amazing. She just came on. I was like, this.
I can be that.
I can be that. But my very first time I fell in love with it was, believe it or not, Goreti Maplanga.
Yeah, our very own.
Our very own Goreti Maplanga.
Natural looking lovely lady.
Bruh.
Yeah.
I remember watching her on TV during the news. I was like, this lady, her and was that I think she came after Namakau.
Loved it.
Oh, I was like, and Goreti Maplanga actually interviewed my dad.
That's really cool.
Bruh, I was just like, oh.
The universe is speaking to me. Somebody.
Like, wow.
Yeah.
This is so cool. So I loved her and the way she just spoke, because she had like this strong, distinctive voice, and
Yes.
she just spoke. I was like, And then Kenneth Maduma was just booming.
Yes.
I was like, okay. So yeah, I was just watching that, and then I was just like, I can do that. Then I would pretend to read the news with my neighbor. She would like, okay, let's put scripts in front of us and we'll write scripts and we'll read.
Okay.
And yeah, I love also my love for reading. I suppose that imagination transported me all the way back. So it's I was like, I can do that. Watching a lot of TV. Like I can do that too.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. So yeah, then fast forward, I got on radio. Thank you, Kenny T and Vinny.
Shut up.
Shut up. So I got on radio, and I didn't think first. I was just like, no, I didn't take it seriously.
Yes.
Let me just be honest. I didn't take it seriously. I really did not, because
Stuck off for something,
yes,
but you're
because when they came, they're like, oh no, audition. I was just like, okay, no. And I was just like, because I was shy. I was like, no. And they're like, okay, fine. We'll leave you in the room and just go for it. So I did it, and then the rest is history.
And here we are now. Before we get to Call Hassam podcast, I like us to talk about something that is kind of connected to it. Let's talk about success, right? And I bring this issue around success because I think it's an issue that's shaking part of where we live in our country and in Africa and other places around the world. What's your definition of success, and especially around the working class, or people that still have energy to make a difference? What's your definition of success in life?
Yeah, like a lot of people have a different definition of success.
Yeah.
Success. Success. See where?
Nobody will be sucking seed. God, move me away. Nobody will be sucking seed. The opposite of failure. Suck seed. Scholar Sam podcast, by the way.
What do you mean?
The takeover.
I love it though. Okay.
Yes.
See, this is success. We're laughing. We're here.
Yes.
We're laughing. We're having a good time. We're having a conversation.
Yeah.
This is success.
It's okay. There's a cat.
I'm trying
cat.
I'm trying to.
There was a cat. Oh, by the way, beautiful pizza and lovely food at the Hut Restaurant right here in Chibwe. Thanks, George and the team. This place is amazing. Come through, check out the menu, by the way. Yes. Okay, let's talk about the opposite of failure.
No, success is seeing my son happy.
Yeah.
And he's happy, healthy. I
Yes.
think, yeah. For me, that's what. He's happy. He's healthy. I'm happy. I am in a good space.
Yes.
Yeah, that for me success. I mean, if I'm not in a good space, if I'm constantly having health issues and have all the money in the world, then what?
Yeah.
And the healing has to start with me. So if I can then, the money is there, but if then I'm just like the pay for way. So success, me as well.
Yeah.
I'm happy. I'm at peace. My son is happy.
Yes.
Yeah.
And with a troubled generation that's defining success by what they see others do, because it's popular or because it's the stuff that you can show, because it'll be very difficult for you to show another person that your son is happy and you're in a good space.
Yes, so I need to show it.
You know what I mean? So
Success. Sometimes how people also define how many followers they have. That's, to them, that's success. And I mean, there's more to life.
And how do you get to that space? You know what I mean? Like, how do you get to a space where flaunting money or flaunting cars or posting your holiday pictures is not what success is for you? You know what I mean? And I know it would differ from person to person, but how are you so comfortable in a world with a generation that's killing itself because of
more intent on putting it out there, putting everything for clicks and views and Sandy, I don't know. I can't tell. I've never. Having nice things is nice.
Agreed.
I'm not going to sit here and be like, wait, we like nice things. Like Tomo FM too. Hello. Like Tomo FM too.
Nice.
Thank you. We want to do nice. Some flossing. But for me, there has to be more.
Okay.
You have to be happy within yourself as well. If you are empty, then I know a lot of empty people that place their, like you said, their success or their happiness on things that they have, on what they can do, on how many holidays they can go in a year, or how many Birkins they have in the closet, or how many Zohair Morad suits you have in your closet. I think you just have to know yourself, know who you are. Just know yourself.
Who am I?
Who are you? Who are you? Sandy, who are you?
Yeah, that is. I mean, that's a different show.
If we take everything away from you, who are you?
No smile, no frown.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah. All right. Fine.
Go.
Let's get to the fun part. Call her Sam. All right.
That's fun.
Yes,
it is fun. It's hard. It's so hard.
How did you land there?
When?
Call her Sam, and I asked this because you're not the person to say so much about yourself. We all created the base and we know what it is. You're not the one to say so much about yourself to even share.
Wait. So when you say I'm not one to say so much about myself or even share, are you talking about my social media? Like you hardly know anything, or when we meet up, I'm like, everything's great.
Both?
Oh.
Both. But the decision to start the podcast, Call her Sam, what was that like, and what pushed you to get into that space?
It was hard to get to just even. Oh, that was hard. I think I had so many meetings with myself in the mirror.
Yeah.
Today is the day we start. No, let's not do this. What if ABC? What if DEF? What if GHIJKL? Okay, no, today's the start. No, Sam, no, not today. No.
Do you guys even know what it took for her to open a Facebook page? A Facebook page.
Hey.
So director. So we had this conversation about her opening this page. 3 weeks later, she had not opened the Facebook page.
Listen.
Yes.
Listen to the song here in my heart. Listen.
Yeah.
Okay, but it's hard. I think for me, because
I'm private.
It's so hard. So for me to even because I approached Vamulambia.
Yes.
Na beba niko kutoka concept mkwai ni sio na so wakaloresha. Okay. No, it's a good idea. Yeah, we can do it, but it'll cost so much. Vamulambia. Maybe we can sort out half or something.
Yes.
But I mean, after I approached him, I think I approached him twice, because the first time I approached him and we spoke, I was like, nah, don't want to do it no more.
Yeah.
No. And then I thought about it. I just kept coming back to it.
Really?
I kept coming back all the time. At home, I'd make little videos, then I'll post them. It would take me 2 days to post a video that I make, because I'm like, I don't want to.
I'm not ready. Yeah, I don't want that.
I'm not ready,
there.
and I just want people in my face, on my space, like, what's that? So I went back to him again, talked about the whole thing. It's not that he didn't know. I said the same thing from the first time. So he was just like, okay, fine, let's just do it. Let's just start. I'm like, So the first time we did it, it was terrible. It sucked beyond measure because it was like, sucked beyond. We did like a pilot. It was terrible.
Yeah.
I was all over the place. It was a mess, I tell you. Then obviously I tried to talk myself out of it. And I was like, no, let's do it again. So went back, did my research. Yeah, I researched hard, hey? Yeah. Research. And by the time I came back, I was like, let's do this. And we did it.
And here we are.
It hasn't been easy. Don't be fooled. There's been days when I'm like, I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah.
And then the day that I was going to quit, there's a girl. You see why I need to remember people's names.
I didn't Helen.
I can't remember her name. I need to get her name. Her name's not Helen.
For this episode.
Okay, she's Musaka's cousin.
Musaka, please help out.
Help us, please. Her cousin.
Yes.
She came up to me, and I was having such a
Yeah.
So I'm sitting in the car, and then she comes up and she goes, "Hi, are you so and so?" I was like,
depending on the issue, I could be.
Yes, maybe they.
What did they call out?
Should I be like, je ne comprends pas?
Me no speak English.
No. It's not me. Not me. So she was like, "Are you?" I was like, "Yeah." And then she goes, "Oh my gosh, I love you. I love what you're doing." I was just like, "Huh." She's like, "So please don't stop." I was like, "I actually was going to." She goes, "No, please don't." And this is like a younger girl.
Yes.
I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry." Okay. A younger girl. Wow.
We're looking forward to it.
It's nice when Gen Z are like, hey,
yes,
I like what you're doing.
Buying
Gen Z are like brutal. They are brutal. I know a few though. That's like, no, that ain't it, sis.
And to get to where you are now, what's the cost of doing it properly, doing a podcast properly, versus doing it first of all because you want numbers, because obviously it helps with blah blah blah, and not going for what people would call influential beings that will add to the numbers, right? Like, I know of people who have a great following on social media, but their content is rubbish. We're allowed? Yeah. Their content is rubbish, you know what I mean?
Okay.
So the expense of having conversations with people that will tell real stories, I mean, if we look back, instead of just getting popular people to come and sit with you, how's that going? And how do you bite that bullet?
It's difficult. It's hard because people do want to see celebrities. They want to see you talk to a musician or 2 or 15. But for me, I mean, it would be great. It's great. Let's talk to a celebrity. Like, it's great. That's fantastic. But I want to get to speak to people, like to know their story, to get to the root of like, okay, so like in the very first episode we did with Ronnie Rich Sampat, he was protesting, him and other people were protesting the park, the nationalist park that wouldn't.
Yes.
They were like standing up against the corporation that wanted to build some structure on it, and I said, no, this is a park. We grew up here.
Yes.
These are play parks. We need play parks and pictures. So when he stood up, when it was the first time we went there, I was just thinking, okay, we won't get far. But then just seeing that determination and the
spend nights.
He would spend nights there.
Yeah.
Who would go? Would you have gone to spend a night there? Would you? Like, in all honesty, because if you had asked me, oh Sam, let's go, I'm like, oh wait,
mosquito, stray dogs.
No, I live in the farms, oh Lord.
Yeah.
If I just hear then number one walk to talk to so I was just, for me, that was just like, wow.
Stories with an impact. I want to talk to actual people. Like, I stood up and
I stood up for my people and defended my people, and it's just things like that. I love that. For me, I love that.
Yeah.
So it's human interest stories. I love that. I think I've always loved that, eh? Yeah.
And if we're being honest, have you had sessions or times when this project has made you cry? Or
Yes.
Like, okay.
This morning.
That was fast.
Oh, sorry. Was I supposed to take that? I'm all over it. Like, no, hey, no, cry. No, cried like relentlessly, and it's been. What would you like? You want to get my glass?
You want to take away?
Yes, please. Thank you.
Beautiful pizza, by the way.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Thanks, George. That's the heart.
What was I saying?
Yeah, at
Now-
times when projects or stuff that we love to do make it just break us. Like in those
Yes.
moments, how do you pick yourself
yes.
up?
I was saying the first episode. Yeah, the first episode. My mom called me, and she goes, "Oh, I loved the episode. Like it was amazing. Like it did well." And Mom always knew I was that. I was that child of hers.
Yes,
Whenever I would come home from whatever, I would like from the gate.
yes.
Astrida!
Let me tell you what happened.
From the gate. And she'd be like, yeah. My aunties were like, mwana wa msungwa.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, Astrida! When she called me, I'd be like, Astrida, how are you? Hey, mwashuka favor, I was like, yeah. So when she called me and we spoke about it, and then she said something, you know how moms are. She said that, I was just like, Mom, seriously. She said that. So for me, those are the moments when you feel like quitting. Now, I can't call her anymore and tell her, oh,
Yes.
I just want to fiakosa.
Yes.
I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah.
Not having to hear her say, no manish mararekera. Because there was plenty of times when I would want to quit and she would just be like, no, like life happens.
Yes.
You just have to pick yourself up and keep going. Have your moment. Say, hey, Shriranda ti just ignore whatever. No. Go through the motions. But just pick yourself up.
Yeah.
You can do this. So not having that support those are the moments where you're just like, oh my,
I'm drained.
I'm tired. Like, come on. So now Mom's not here. Obviously I have my outlet. So now I'm praying. I'm like, okay, mwere sabat. Okay, ngufweni kofi.
Yes.
Hear my prayer. What's your plan? Like, what is it? Because you have said, for I know the plans I have for you. Plans to prosper you and to give you a battle. So now what is it, Kanshi?
Yes.
So it's moments like that when you're reduced. I think I won't say almost reduced to your knees. You're just like, okay, like, come on.
Yes.
Something's got to give at some point.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's to like take a film bathroom. Just open the shower, think about you, but meanwhile just sitting there rocking.
Cost of making things work and the things that we really love to do. Yeah, that's an interesting
It's
one.
expensive.
Yeah. And
It's expensive. So expensive.
bringing everything together, marriage, son, experience, husband. How does husband fit into all this and into the success corner? How do you get this together? You know what I mean?
Getting personal now. When you said personal, I didn't. Okay.
Well, we're here now. The balance.
Pushing.
The balance. Abalume.
Balance finshi.
Abalume podcast. We've spoken about you being a mom.
This way, some private. No.
How does the man in your life, fit into this picture, and how's that going?
Okay, I'm trying to answer this as carefully and as tactfully.
Let it go.
how does a chance more that? How does it factor? How does it support?
Yeah, how does your support system through your
I can't
your
even-
partner? Yeah.
Encouragement, I guess.
Yeah.
Encouragement and going through the motions with me, going through the disappointments with me, and then coming out of the disappointment. Chance says like, Usa's been my cheerleader. Like,
Yeah.
oh, you got. Oh, sorry. You got this, Sam. You got this.
Yeah.
No.
Are we ever going to see him on this podcast?
No.
Why? It's the takeover. It's my show now. Why not? Din, 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 din. Din, din. Din, din. Don't touch that.
Oh, there's no other question. Oh, okay. You actually are waiting for me to give you an answer. Oh. Okay. Sandy.
Why?
What do you mean why?
Why isn't
Oh,
one of them-
because
yes.
November we have private.
It's two people so private, and so how does private and private kind of work?
It just does.
and how your common friends, how do they feel? Aren't you guys so private that you're always just listening to conversations like and then the two of you, have you ever shared anything as a couple to like other couples?
Who are we, Barack and Michelle?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is what I meant. Private meets private. It even gets more private. Wonder if your child is that private too. We'll find out.
I like that. We find out. Just like, why do we have to? What does it have to take only women to march to try and protect children? Why only women? Why do we have? Why does it have to get to that point?
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Yeah. All right. 2 years of doing an awesome job. Thanks a lot for
Oh, a
having
year?
me. Yeah.
Wait, a year?
Yeah.
A year? Almost 2 years? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Wow.
We're getting there. But yeah, a year and counting. Highlights and what should we be looking forward to?
Oh, I never really want to answer the question because it's like now it puts pressure on me. Like so I should deliver. Yeah,
Yes.
ding, 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 ding. That's the shiny now. God. Oh. Woo. Yeah, you put pressure on me. Yes, I do plan on delivering. I'm working on it. This is in the works. So yes, I do plan on delivering. What
Touching that Kuntan's today.
Oh, Kuntan's today,
Yeah.
Oh, we are going forward.
Forward and making progress.
Forward and making progress, and we are. I mean, hey, you're supporting me. You're here.
Indeed.
So we exchange ideas. Let's do this. We're going forward. Yes.
Awesome. Great. Let's just do something. Apa? Kumalasti. Kumalasti. Like I've always wanted to read a code, like see it on somebody else's shiny go. Create a code that we can use. Yeah, and people can, and I'll post it, by the way. And at the bottom, Pakava Sam. Sam. Yeah.
But I can't think of anything. Right?
Just anything. Be creative. Could be a lie, but it's the way people. It's the way people motivate people. Like motivational speakers.
Ooh, but I'm not a motivational speaker.
It's like one of those. With 1 grain of shanyuko is all you need.
Is it really just 1 grain? You need thousands of grains.
People will tell you, and that's how their farming life started.
I suppose.
On the Sam podcast, we started with 1 microphone without a code, and that's all we had.
That's all. We started with Bamulambia. Now he's graduated. Now he just goes, guys, yeah. So today you're going into Shanyo. Guys, come on.
He's even got Tudman and Kanatudia. Cut!
Hey, Sandy, though.
Okay, just say something. Look into the camera and say something. Something Sam would say. Clearly, this is not your show. Today is my show.
Something Sam. Are you sure you want me to say what Sam would say?
Say it.
Sam would say, there was something I was actually thinking about, but I can't, now that you've asked me about it, I can't even, I can't even. I can't think of something actually.
Don't say bye.
Just be happy and you do you.
Do you.
Do
T-shirts will be on sale.
You
Be
do
happy,
you.
do you. By
Yeah.
Sam.
Be happy, do you.
Okay.
Because we spend too much time pretending, eh? Yeah, we spend too much time pretending. We work so hard, we try so hard to pretend, and you can only do so much pretending for so long before your, I won't say mask, starts to slip.
Yeah.
Because I can pretend to be, Sandy ahead, then they won't come on. You'll be like, Nishi.
Yeah.
Why change Tashan, you know? So just be happy, do you. Like if you are a messed up person, well, no, they have their good days and their bad days.
Yes.
Or like, don't pretend, just be you. If you have anxiety, have anxiety, deal with it. If you like to walk in and say hello, do it. Don't let somebody else step on you or try to dim your light. Just be you.
There we go.
Do you?
Story behind the person, the one and only. Call her Sam. Bye for now.